So I began working on the metallic portion of the parts, and I was going to do a video me painting it, but didn't think it was a wise idea for me to do that, just so waste my time showing you, oh, here it is when it's primed, here it is when it's painted gloss black. I said, let me just get it done and show it to you guys. So here, let me just try to see if I can focus the camera in a way you guys can see this properly. And I was also working on the inner frame, trying to get some stuff done. So, like, here's a perfect example of this part that I've painted. Look how shiny and reflective it is. And by the way, and I actually got a nice little yell by somebody on YouTube, I use chrome for lexon. And I'm being told not to use this, that this is not for plastic. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know it was not for that. But guess what? I used it, and it worked. As a matter of fact, look at here. Look at this. As a matter, this is far better than what I used on my Talgies. Right now, it's drying, so I'm going to give it a good maybe half an hour to maybe an hour, a full hour. Like, look at that. It's pretty nice, isn't it? So I want to clear coat it and protect this before I lose the shine. The shine is brilliant. Look at that. This is amazing. It's almost mirror-like. Wow, that's really great. So I like what I did. It works. So I can understand somebody's probably thinking of me saying not ruining it, and okay, I understand, but I tested it out and it works, and yeah, there you have it. It's pretty nice. Nice and reflective. Great. So right now I'm kind of working on the inner frame. Here's one of them right here. This one goes back left and right, of course, and then forward and back. So you understand, I'm going to be painting this gunmetal. As a matter of fact, let me pull out the bottle so you guys can see this. I mean, you've all seen gunmetal before. I think I have a little bit on another bottle. I think this is it. But anyway, yeah. So I have gunmetal, so this kit will be painted gunmetal. However, there are some of these vent parts here. Here and here and here, like this. Parts that will show through and give it a little bit more exquisite detail. I've been meaning to change up the paint scheme a bit, or give it a little more color detail. And I always go back to the manual to check, you know, what I could use to you know, replace the color or something like that. Like, for example, like this one, I know that there's a two-tone color there, but it's two separate parts in the back of the flight pack. So everything is coming out the way it is, but sometimes you want to give it that extra little So looking at some of this, I think I want to try to do like a well, I did buy this extra paint that I wanted to try. I think I may want to try it, but I don't know if it's going to show off when I put the armored parts over it. And that is, of course, jet exhaust, which I want to make sure that this looks good through this. But I got to test it out, see how that comes out, because then I don't want to like paint the whole thing, then mask it, then paint this, and then it's not going to show up in the final build. I'll definitely review more online photographs of the Sazabi Kai version from other people who've done their great bodies of work. Some people send me photographs on Facebook showing me other paint jobs from Sazabi. Of course, I can go back a couple of months worth of photographs off Gundam Guy and Gunjap. A lot of people post photos there of their kits as well. So I want to see if I'm missing something, if there's something I have to repaint or do where it shows off in the final build. Something like this one, like here, like this one goes up here, and I know that there's some detail here. So I don't know if I can paint the whole thing gunmetal, then mask off certain parts like this, maybe expose that one, and this part here, and then try the jet exhaust and see if how that works. So Again, this is a work in progress in the way where I have to test this out, feel it out, and see how it comes out with this. These guys are done. Now I need to move on to the inner frame. So give me some time to get the inner frame done, and we'll see what we can... Let me see if I can do the inner frame first and show it off. So here is the inner frame of the Sazabi Kai version. I'm showing it off here because I wanted to get a feel and a point of reference of how this kit will look like once it's fully done. And the inner frame is huge, as you can see here. I thought the Sinanju Stein, Sinanju, and of course the Gyaradogo was huge kits, but even though this one has no armor on it, I have a distinct feeling it's going to probably be a little bit bigger, maybe up to here or something like that. Some parts I had to pull out and begin sanding down to use it to show off how this kit looks. Mainly the parts that represents the arms, the side armor that holds the actual connectors for the arms, and the knees over here. These parts I need to review again because right now this is just basically, you know, a show off of how this kit would look like, both in the front and in the back, especially this massive waist armor, which of course you can bring this down to do this gimmicky thing, which I got to figure this out how it works and then close it up again. Some of the detail on this is very, very intricate and very exquisite. The thrusters over here, you lift that up. Got the thrusters over here up front, which can be lifted up as well. There's supposed to be thrusters here, which is represented by these parts here, but I can't put them on because it's I have to pull out the chrome trim parts that I've painted and put them on. I don't want to do that. Actually, as a matter of fact, I put those away just so that way they can be safe and away from, you know, some parts falling on it or accidentally squirting some thinner on it may have damaged it. So I got that I've already primed it, sealed it, and ready to go. So these parts I began to assemble. I got this part here with the thrusters. I really like these thrusters. Pretty nice. Just took me a while to sand them down. I still have quite a number of parts here that needs to be sanded and needs to be reviewed. So pretty much almost done. The one thing I have a lot of these little gray parts happens to be the one that are that represent the funnels, and that's a bit of a chore to do all these the funnel parts. I see parts of the head which I need to assemble as well. I've already got this one done, which is the support of the funnels, the funnel pods, or the funnel launchers, you could pretty much say. So those are ready to go. Other parts that I actually thought I was going to be ready to build, and I didn't realize that I can't build them, was the beam weapons. For example, here's the beam rifle assembly, which I'm going to sand down, and I want to put together. I don't know if this is part of the trim. It looks like it. Yeah, I thought I have to. At first, when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to glue this and then wait until it dries, and then get the sanding paper and begin sanding it down so it's nice and even. But unfortunately, over here there's that red trim that goes in there. At first I thought, oh, okay, I can just slide it in there. No, you got to put it in and then seal it up. So I can't do this yet. This is a pain in the ass now. So I got that one, and the same holds true for the other beam rifle, the signature beam rifle. And I'm going to pull this out here so I could demonstrate this to you. So here's this, which I haven't cleaned up yet, and then here's this, which of course goes in there. I'm going to be painting this, but then I got to paint it first, put it onto this, seal it up, then paint this while I mask this off. That's a chore. So it's these little things that just annoy me that I got to go through all this process to do this. The one thing, of course, that I've been noticing is, of course, the detail trim that shows off through the armor, which I want to try off. Not only, well, it's going to be painted gunmetal like I mentioned before, but I want to try jet exhaust, and I'm thinking of using this on the thruster parts. Normally I would paint the chrome on this, but since I've already painted chrome everything else, it didn't seem like a right idea. I may call an audible and do chrome anyway, but let's see what I can do. I want to try the jet exhaust first. I'm going to probably take a random part, a random piece that... Actually, you know what? I do have some parts from this kit that's not part of the original kit that doesn't need to be used. I may want to test it out and see how that works. But for now, I want to clean up everything that I have. And well, I completely forgot. This is actually a different shade of color. This is actually the same shade that's on the on the sniper beam rifle. Probably do the same color anyway. Or maybe I could do the jet exhaust on this one. Maybe I can do the jet exhaust in here, because I don't have to worry about it being shown off. Because I'm actually thinking of doing the jet exhaust color along these trims, and if it comes out nice, then I'll put on the rest of the kit. It's a lot of work here, guys. A lot of work. Let me continue on.